Proverbs 27. Now we're in Proverbs 27 and we will be talking about a little bit almost the same thing. Proverbs is very redundant, but um what I like about it is it point out some things that we really should pay attention to. So let's hop into it. Don't brag about tomorrow, since you don't know what day will bring. That's good. I asked my pastor one time, I said, I didn't ask him. Actually, he explained to me, he was like, y'all know why I say, Lord willing, whenever, he's talking about going somewhere. And I said, you know, why do you say Lord willing? And he was saying, it just go back to scripture. And this is one of them right here. Don't brag about tomorrow, since you don't know what the day will bring. So he's saying, scripture shows us that we don't know when our time is up. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So don't boast and brag about tomorrow, And I forgot exactly where that's at in the Bible, but it also said right here in Proverbs 27:1. So I think that's a really good way to look at things in life, because a lot of time we do like to boast and brag about tomorrow. No, just let tomorrow come. Like let that come, and just say, Lord willing. If the Lord is willing for you to see the next day, then hey, so it be. Two, let someone else praise you, not your own mouth. A stranger, not your own lips. This is when again down to being humble. A stone is heavy and sand is weighty, but the resentment caused by a fool is even heavier. Anger is cruel and wrath is like a flood, but jealousy is even more dangerous. Anger is cruel and wrath is like a flood, but jealousy is even more dangerous. We all see how jealousy can really lead to a lot of things. Jealousy is like one of those quiet anger. You know how you feel some type of way, you're jealous about that person. When you're jealous, you tend to it's just really sneaky, and that is why it's so much more dangerous than being angry. Because when you're angry, you can pretty much show it, but when you're jealous, it's like that quiet anger. So that is why it is really important not to be jealous, because it also can create resentment too. An open rebuke is better than hidden love. Right there. I just said it. An open rebuke is better than hidden love. Wounds from a sincere friend are better than kisses from an enemy. A person who is full refuses honey, but even bitter food tastes sweet to the hungry. A person who strays from home is like bird that strays from its nest. The heartfelt counsel of a friend is as sweet as perfume and incense. Never abandon a friend, neither yours nor your father's. When disaster strikes, you won't have to ask your brother for assistance. It's better to go to a neighbor than a brother who lives far away. Be wise, my child. Make my heart glad. Then I will be able to answer my critics. A prudent person foresees dangers and takes precaution. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. Get security from someone who guarantees a stranger debt. Get a deposit if he does it for foreigners. A loud and cheerful greeting early in the morning will be taken as a curse. A quarrelsome wife is annoying, a constant dripping of a rainy day. Stopping her complaint is like trying to stop the wind or trying to hold something with greased hands. That's funny. That's funny. This is probably going to end up being a short. Wives, don't want y'all to hear this. It's a joke, but God, I said right here, a quarrelsome wife is as annoying as a constant dripping on a rainy day. Stopping her complaints is like trying to stop the wind and trying to hold something with greased hands. So, a wife that's whining and complaining a lot is annoying, and trying to stop her is hard. That's what you said. It's hard. Trying to shut her up is hard. So, this is why we need to serve our wives. This is why we need to serve our wives. Because if we don't, and she start complaining, boy, it's gonna be a long day for you. As iron sharpens irons, so a friend sharpens a friend. As workers who tend a fig tree are allowed to eat the fruit, so workers who protect their employer interests will be rewarded. As a face is reflected in water, so the heart reflects the real person. Love that. Just like your face is reflected in the water, your heart reflects the real person. That's why the Lord want to know. He want to search your heart, not just your mind. He want to know how your heart. He look at the heart, not your work, your heart. This is where faith is at. Um, just as death and destruction are never satisfied, so human desire is never satisfied. This is true because our flesh is never satisfied. If you ever notice, this is why the rich want to continue to get rich. This is why the addict want to continue to get high because the human desire is never satisfied. We can't satisfy the flesh. You can never satisfy the flesh. The only thing you can really truly start to satisfy is the spirit. And but you gotta feed the spirit the word. You know, the spirit is a different type of feeding. You know, feeding the flesh desire all the bad things. So you got to continue to give them the bad things and get worse and worse and worse. But the spirit, when you feed your spirit, it's just refreshing. It's peace. It's the peace from Jesus. It's always something good when you feed in the spirit good things, the Lord word. But when you feed in that flesh, all that junk, hey, the flesh is going to continue to want worse, more, worse, and worse because the flesh don't desire what is good, but the spirit desire what is good. Um, Fire tests the purity of silver and gold, but a person is tested by being praised. You cannot separate fool from their foolishness, even though you grind them like grain with mortar and pestle. Know the state of your flocks, and put your heart into caring for your herds, for riches don't last forever. The crown might not pass the next generation. After the hay is harvested and the new crop appears, and the mountain grasses are gathered in, your sheep will provide wool for clothing. Your goats will provide price of the field, and you will have enough goat milk for yourself and your family and your servant girl. That is Proverbs 27. And I hope y'all got some good ideas. Anyone who want to break down any of the chapters that I read, 26 or 27, just comment on the video, share your thoughts on it, share some things that maybe I have missed uh, interpreted or maybe got out of context. Like I said, I'm just reading Proverbs um, just to share what I get out of it. And this is just for all fellowship right here on my page right now through this podcast. So with that being said, I hope everyone have a blessed day or night. I'm out.